Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? How has been the first 12 days for you? Have you been watching the 12 days? Like the last 12 days? We got 12 days to go. We do for day 14. There is a lot of conversations that probably should not make it into the final cut that you guys need to see. But you're not here to hear me ramble on about the first 12 days, are you? Or are you? You know, I would love to hear your thoughts on the first 12 days of the 24 Drunken Days of December, but we're going to get into something first. We're going to get into my first live video that we have, and we're going to look at the Vancouver Island Brewing Hermannator Ice Bock, the original seasonal. Now, this has been around for many, many years. This German Ice Bock is our most complex and time-consuming beer to make. It takes 3 months of cellaring to create one of the BC's most legendary beers. With a rich malty body and notes of chocolate and coffee, Hermannator was first introduced as a gift to our original brewmaster's friends and family as a toast to his heritage and homeland. Yeah, this was 20 years in the making, more than 20 years, I can't remember. There's a lot. Ingredients of water, barley, wheat, hops, and yeast, coming in at a very formidable, which I have not seen yet in this calendar, 9.5% alcohol by volume. Yeah, we're looking at a big boy here, and it's a tall can, and oh, I have missed tall cans, and I have missed ice box, and I've missed strong beers. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, I have had and showcased the Hermannator on my channel before, so if you ever want to see, please go back and check it out. And that's not really wanting to... Okay, it's not wanting to focus. Cool. So, we have got a very dark beer here, 1 finger worth of head, and as usual on my show, cancer. Anyways, for the young ones watching, please don't repeat that. Oh wait, there's no one young watching. Should be for anyone over the age of 18, 19, 21, or depending on where you live. So the smell. Oh, you do have those notes. A little bit of a fruit note. A little bit of a sweet and also a roast note. I've missed this beer. This beer comes out once in a little bit and then just keeps going. Well, you know what? Let's get into it, folks. Cheers. To everyone out there as well who's been watching my show, thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. Oh, yeah. This is a combination between, I want to say, sort of like a German-style dark lager and almost with the notes on there, almost a barley wine. It's got kind of the tastings of both in there. The dark fruits come out in it nicely. Plum, raisin. The sharpness of the alcohol is there. Though it's not fully present, it is there. It kind of gives you a warming, which is kind of nice. I'm coming at 9.5%. This is a delicious beer. I can't believe exactly how good this beer is, and I love the warming that goes down the esophagus for it. It's perfect. Yeah, this beer is a one and done type thing. I remember having it in Victoria. People were telling me about it, like I should get it, and I've been wanting it so badly. When I was in Victoria, I sat down and went to Swans. They had it there. And oh my God, they had it on draft, a great big pint, actual pint, almost half liter. And I drank it, and then I was like, whoa, gonna have to get something to eat because driving home's gonna be a nice one if I do that. So I had to stay there for a little bit, have something to eat, get myself feeling a little bit better, obviously, because that was a one and done beer. Yeah, those golden notes. Beautiful, rich notes of like the dark fruits just coming through on everything else. Yeah, this is a beer that I enjoy constantly, and it's a beautiful seasonal. I'm glad it comes out to Alberta. I got this at the Collective Beer Store in the south of Calgary here, and I don't know if they have it anymore, but I picked it up, wanted it, got it. I think it was about $8 for this can. Can't remember. About $7 or $8. It might be a little bit more, but still, this is a beer that it's a tradition. It's a traditional beer that you get to enjoy and really get to have a good time with, and just, yeah, it's Christmas time pretty much, or it's winter time, because they bring it out different times a year. Yeah, this is one of those beers that I really do love to enjoy and just sort of mentions. It feels like a holiday beer. It really does, and it's kind of nice. Yeah, so I'm just gonna ramble for a bit here because I would love to make a short video, but not overly wanting to edit, but I have to, so I'm stalling for about 5 minutes here. So bear with me. So the first 12 days of the Advent calendar for me, we're going to do a midway review because that's something I've never done before. So let's get that done, shall we? Midway review of the Advent calendar is this. It has its ups and it has its downs. It's been decent for a lot of the most part. But there's only been a few beers to really write home about and go, wow, that is amazing. The styles, I can understand why they're picking these styles, because A, pardon me, they last longer. B, they don't have anything that will explode in the can if they've been in there for 4 months out of the fridge and start to get lively again. The Duclaw one, I was actually really impressed that one didn't do that. I was actually really impressed that the Duclaw didn't do that one, because there's a lot of fruit in that, and it wasn't feeling hard like the two last ones that I did. Like the second last one was hard. The can was very, very hard. Like you couldn't squish it at all. There was no give in it whatsoever. So, I mean, first sign, I was like, well, I might be actually infected a little bit. Not saying that infected is a bad thing, because I know a lot of people, when they hear infected, they think bad. And it's not. Sorry, 2 seconds here. My camera seems to want to... All right, fine. We'll do this. Meh. Sorry, guys. Anyways. But it's not... It's not infected per se. It's a beer that it was very well, it was maturing in that can, and I'm sure if anyone dropped that can, it would go boom. It was almost like a live grenade style. But I mean, the first couple of days, IPAs, great, awesome, and then we went into milk stouts, and I was hopeful, and it wasn't anything to write home about. And what we have after that, we had a couple of other styles after that. Obviously, you tell I remember the sours were good. The pilsners, was it pilsners? Yeah. You know what? You guys have been watching. You tell me, what has been your favorite style so far? my favorite one so far has actually been the one that I least was expecting, was the sours. And I do thank Joe and Adam for coming on and helping me out with that. That was pretty awesome. I've been trying to get guests on, and I've been having a difficult time getting guests on. It's not because they don't want to. It's because that this year has been horrible for a lot of illnesses. There's been people that have been sick. There's been threats of the magic C word and not cancer coming around and getting people sick. And I've been playing safe. I got sick myself during the times I was filming. Oh God, did I get sick? 2.5 days I slept. It was really brutal. I have not slept like that in a very long time. It's been quite the ride, that's for sure. However, that being said, it's been a good ride. I've actually enjoyed doing this. I am hoping to get at least one more person in to share this experience with me, but I'm running out of days. I'm running out of time. And what I have coming up this weekend, I'll be lucky if I even see the light of a beer. Plain and simple. It's going to be a busy couple of days for me because, yeah, there's things that's going to be happening. I'll get the videos edited and get them out, but it's just trying to get people to... I want to try and get someone in for the last 2 days. I'm hoping I can. Crossing my fingers I can, because I want to get someone in for the last 2 days, just as an homage. I had many ideas up here for a lot of guests. Many ideas for people coming by and dropping in and having some beers and just doing whatever. Joe and Adam were supposed to be coming in to film live with me, but because of everything that's happening, I wanted to be safe and I wanted them to be safe. So I just made the decision that we're going to film this in separate places. They did get the pack, so I mean that wasn't a problem. So yeah, that was great of them to do that. Yeah, my family's been quite ill with flus and colds and everything. And there we go, I'm yawning. Oh my God, I'm old and it's 9:40 p.m. and I'm yawning. That, and I also was up till 1 o'clock in the morning playing hockey last night. So, and then back up at 5 o'clock this morning. 6:30 when I finally crawled my ass out of bed. No, the first 12 days have been really good. I've got a big one coming up tomorrow and on tomorrow and Wednesday. So please stand by. That's going to be the last big one that I have, the last long one. So, but we've got some interesting topics to talk about and whatnot. So yeah. Oh, I said we. Okay. Might have a couple more videos with a couple more people on it. You know. But other than that, it's been a decent calendar. I'm for the price, $150 for 24 355 milliliter cans. Oh, and again, here we go. Yawning live. I understand the price point. I understand because the box is so wildly amazing to make. And the beers that they get, you don't see up here at all. Or if you do, they're one-offs. The Brewster's one, for example. The Amber Ale. It is pretty much... The Amber Ale for that, for the Brewster's, was made mention by one of the owners of Brewster's. He thanked me for the video, strangely. Actually, he's a really good guy. He let me know that their barrel-aged barley wine's coming out soon, too. I'm looking forward to that one. they they only made it for the calendar. So that amber ale was exclusively for the calendar. They have not made it outside of the calendar, but they're looking at possibly making it into a seasonal. At least that's kind of what they're going with, if there's enough interest. And I'm interested because it won the battle. The Brewsters won the battle on that one. I wouldn't mind seeing like maybe a limited run to test it, see if it works with the public, the general public. I want to see the Little Sour Me come to Canada. That one I would love to have quite a few of. You heard it here. I said it live. I like the sour. It happened. But yeah, there's a lot of exclusive beers for the calendar only. I've got a few more coming up that I've... I want to give a little teaser out there. There's a day coming up. I'm not telling you which day. That I actually had a 10-minute debate of how I was going to approach this beer. I was talking amongst myself. I was trying to justify it and everything else. There's a beer coming up where I actually did something I have never done before. I can't tell you what it is, but I'm teasing you with it. There's something that I've done that I've never done before with this Advent calendar or anything of it whatsoever. Well, there's a first for everything, and this was definitely a first. And I'm waiting for people to come at me with, you're wrong, or this is that, or you're right. There's going to be 3 possibilities that are going to be happening, but I made a judgment call, and I want to hear what you guys think when it comes out. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Kind of. I did warn the Craft Beer Advent calendar folks that it is coming out. I didn't tell them what day. Well, I did tell them what day so they can watch for it. But I didn't tell them what happens. So we'll see if they actually agree or disagree with me as well. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And these were honest opinions of what was happening with this beer. I wasn't doing it for show. I wasn't doing it for views. I was doing it because I honestly was very conflicted in my thoughts. And it took a bit. So yeah, I'm not going to show the whole thing. I'm obviously going to edit it out. But we'll discuss it on day 24. No, day 24 I'm busy. Day 25. No, day 25 is Christmas. I will try and discuss it during the time off that I have from work. Which would be between Christmas and New Year's. I'll jump on and we'll discuss the last half or the full calendar as well. I'll make a time and you guys can join, not join. I don't care, whatever. Talk to me afterwards. But it's going to be one of those ones where it's like, wow, he really went down that path. I can't guarantee it's a good path, but it was down the path. So there's that. But yeah, I've got a lot of things coming up that I hopefully you guys will enjoy for the last 24 days. It's going to be last portion of the 24 days. It's going to be good. It'll be good. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts. I like the fact that people are starting to join in and talk about the beers. I've got a comment on today's in regards to who won on the style, which is great, and hopefully I get to hear more of what they thought of it. But yeah, there's going to be some interesting things coming up with it. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. But I'm hoping that other things will show up as well, and that I can get one last guest on for the final 2 days. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for, so we'll see what happens. Yeah. What have I thought of the calendar so far? Well, you're just joining now. You missed the first 20 minutes I was yapping about this. I'm kidding. Sorry, Glenn. I just... busting your balls. You know what? I thought it was pretty average so far. I liked it. I didn't mind it. So far it's been decent. And as I said earlier, the thing that caught me the most, that I enjoyed the most, that I never thought I would say it, was the sours. The sours were so far the highlight of the first half of the calendar. Um, I really, really, really liked that sour that you saw, and you're like, well, I'm gonna have to look for this too. I'm like, there's people that are looking for it now because it was so good. Like it was a beautiful beer. The little sour me America, that bottle rocket or pop rocket, whatever they call it, the the sour, that was beautiful. That was absolutely amazing. That was the best one so far out of the pack. And I I don't know if you saw when I was spouting off the styles when I got the package. I was like, oh, Pilsner, Pale Ale, yay. Oh, we've got, what else here? We've got this, we got that. I'm like, these are okay kind of things. Um, yeah, it's one of those ones that I sort of look at going, it is average. And I've been watching what you've been unwrapping for the collective one. I'm like, okay, I'd try that one. That one sounds good. That one looks really good. Oh my god, they made that style that way. I can't believe that one there. Like I'm looking at yours, and they're all tall cans. Well, some of them were small cans, I think, aren't they? But I mean, they're for what you paid. It seems that you have a better kind of um, variety. Don't get me wrong. The battle between the two. Yo, I see you've been. Yeah, I've been impressed with the collective one. Yeah, I don't blame you. That collective one has been pretty good. I mean, I don't mind. I love the battles. Don't get me wrong. All tall cans and one big bottle. Okay. Oh man, if you unwrap one and it's a brewery one and that's the big bottle, I would just die right there. I'd be like, okay, that's worth the $200 you just spent on it. I'm sorry, did I spoil the price on that? My bad. Uh, but I'm actually kind of glad I got this pack because I like the fact you get to battle back and forth. It keeps people coming back, and I've actually been noticing an uptick. More. Oh Jesus, because they said it was $200, wasn't it? Oh, plus tax, plus deposit, plus whatever else. Phew. Okay, never. Oh wait, no, was it 200 was for that one. Oh, these ones were 250, weren't they? This one was a little higher. Anyways, I'm sorry if I'm blurting out prices that you didn't want people to know, but yeah, okay, bingo. Sorry. It was one of those ones where I couldn't quite justify that price. The 150 I spent on this one, I justified it because it was a good price, but I'm still sort of. I like the fact that I'm doing battles. I like the fact that I'm doing two style or the same style from two different breweries and battling against each other. I mean that's kind of a unique idea, and I really do like it. That's kind of what I like about this whole series that I'm doing right now. Is I come back and I'm like, okay, well, which one's gonna win? Is it this one? Is it this one? And I like the fact that one wins over the other, and that's kind of cool. So, and I don't know if you heard me earlier, but coming up soon, there's one video that I am going to probably catch a lot of either views or comments about because I kind of went against. Well, actually, I didn't go against anything. I've done something that I've never done before. So that's coming up soon. But I do have, like I said, I want to get someone else in for day 23 and 24. If I can arrange it, I'm hoping I can get him in because he's one of my favorite beer geeks out there. And I kind of want to bring him in. I've been talking with him. He's like, give me a time, give me a place, I'll be there. So he wants to show up. I just gotta convince myself and someone else that I can have him over for just a couple of hours. I think I could do it. He's a nice guy. Really nice guy. My wife knows him. But I want to try and do that for day 23 and 24. I know that there's some styles left that I'm really looking forward to. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, it's been an interesting time. Am I disappointed in this pack so far? No. I'm feeling pretty average about it. You'll see in one of my videos that basically I saw a style pop up and I was like, oh God, no, just boring. But the videos turned out less than boring. It really did. I'm kind of scared to release them, but I really want to release them. But I also have a long video that I have to edit for one of the days coming up too, because I mentioned something with a couple of friends that were with me, and everything went off the rails. And I shouldn't have mentioned the name, but it went off the rails, so I got to try and... I might release the full version, but I want to drop it down. It's a 30-minute video right now. I want to drop it down to 20 minutes. At least. There's a lot to take in. So I'll try and see if I can get that done as well. That's something I'm doing after I finish this video here. So yeah, the first 12 days are pretty cool. The next few days are going to be fun. And I've got a few more I still have to film because I don't even know how I'm going to do it. But then afterwards, wow, we're almost done. Like, seriously, we are almost done the 24 days. We're halfway through. It goes so quickly. It takes so long to plan. It takes a long time to film. It takes a long time to edit. And it just goes so quickly each and every day. It goes. So, that being said, folks, I'm going to disappear here because, I'm going to finish off my ice Bock from Vancouver Island Brewery, which is herminatingly good. My score for this is a 4.5 out of 5. It's one of my favorite beers. I might come back and do a couple more live reviews. I do have a few more beers here. I might be joining a friend of mine Wednesday night. Tomorrow's only Tuesday. I might be joining a friend of mine on Wednesday. I think he's doing one of the beers. He's doing a BA 101. I've been joining a couple of times. I might show my link on... I might pop on my channel just to say, hey, go over here, check this out type thing. Because I've got a couple of beers that they want to review that I've got in my fridge as well. I think Wednesday's either... I think Wednesday might actually be the Muskoka Double Cranberry and Chocolate Stout. I think that's what we're doing on Wednesday. So hopefully I get to join on that because I've been saving that one. I think they're also saying December 28th, which is the Wednesday after that. They're looking at doing one of the beers that I am not a fan of. And I'm going to be giving my thoughts on that one. Not going to be a pretty sight, that's for sure. But I'll be doing it live, too. I've done it 2 years in a row, and I have to do it again because I'm a glutton for punishment. However, I've got to get editing so I can go to bed at a decent time. 2015 calendar was one of my favorites. You know what? 2015 was one of my favorites too. 2014 was fun. I'm going to admit right here, right now, 2014 was fun because we got to film and we got to have a bunch of people that were doing reviews, but we got to film and drink with them afterwards and we got to enjoy it. The bloopers afterwards were great and everything else. Certainly I started watching in 2015. Watch 2014. You'll recognize some people. Well, you recognize one person on there. You may not recognize the other two because they fell shortly after those videos out of the beer scene. They were in it for a bit, and then they fell out. But there's one person you'll recognize. And 2014 was a lot of fun because me and my co-host I had at the time, we sat there and we filmed. We filmed inside the studio or inside the headquarters for Canada Craft Beer Advent Calendar, Craft Advent Calendar. You know, those guys. And I got to meet Christian, who was doing the calendar at that point in time, who shortly after that got deported back to Europe. But he was really nice about things, and I got to learn a bunch of beers out of that. And I got to learn about Nugneo. Oh, Nugneo was my favorite. Oh, I loved it. But yeah, it's... God, 9 years. There's a lot of history here. You mentioned years. I'll try and remember it. I can't guarantee it, but I'll try and remember it. But yeah, there's a... Yeah, I guess you did start watching 2015. You got a couple more years to go back and watch the other 2 years. I apologize now for the first year. We were so green. The second year, there was experts. And the third year, I was getting better with our beer. But yeah, the first year we were green. We were so green. It was fun to watch, though. Anyways, I'm going to get going here. Need to edit. Need to get this last one done. I've got to try and cut a 30-minute video down to 20 minutes or less. If I can do searches of Minhas, I'd be happy. Spoilers. Anyways, until next time, folks, I will talk to you soon. Glenn, thanks for joining. For everyone else that joined, I saw there was 5 viewers. Thanks for joining as well. You guys rock, kick ass, take names, do whatever you can. Cheers. Stay frosty. We'll talk to you real soon. And by all means, folks, please be good out there. Christmas is almost here. Stay warm and have a great night.